Welcome back. So I'm going to be talking about something that EA should add back into the game for this season, which is Madden Mobile 23. Now, this talk is going to be something that we should really have in the game that will help people be more engaged throughout the game when they go ahead and play arena and leagues. Unfortunately, we don't have overdrive anymore, but EA said they will be possibly adding a new game mode soon, so this could actually fit in along with this season. So let's get straight into it. If you guys do not remember this, maybe you just didn't remember it, and maybe if you look at it now, you'll be like, wow, I remember this. And if you look at this and you go, well, I don't know this because I've never played other Madden Mobile seasons, and you're new, well, let me explain this to you. This is Madden Mobile 20. This was one of the best things that ever happened into the game at that time. This was something that happened every 2 weeks. That was the most funnest thing throughout the game. You would play Overdrive Arena in leagues to earn head-to-head tokens to go ahead into sets. Yes, that's what they were called back then. Trades now were called sets. And you would go ahead and complete these sets to go ahead and get a player pack. You would have a chance to pull the elite players, and you also have a chance to pull the diamonds when the diamonds came out. But if you did have enough head-to-head tokens, you can then go ahead and just get the player and stuff. But the chance packs is where it was at. They were the most hyped things at that time, and pulling one of these cards was the best feeling in the world at that time as well. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but to be fair, it was a fun thing. So basically, this was called Competitive Series. There was multiple releases every 2 weeks. This was the new series of head-to-head that there will be players available. Basically limited time. Right now we have limited time in Madden Mobile 23. There is a limited time section in trades. Basically, it is for Team of the Week that happens every Wednesday. This would be a bonus if we can have this every 2 weeks. Just by playing the game, we get these tokens and we get to trade them in for the trades, now what they're called, and get chances at these players just by playing arena and league, and possibly another game mode if they want to add it in the game sooner or later. And maybe if this doesn't get added this season, maybe it'll get added next season. But I don't want to talk about Madden Mobile 24 at all because it's just too much right there. I don't know. Will there even be a Madden Mobile 24? Of course there will. It'll probably be bad, but you never know. Now, head-to-head tokens from competitive modes such as Overdrive Arena and leagues will get you, the tokens. And it was cool. It was a cool thing. You would get these tokens, as I was saying, and you would put them in, and you have chances to pull the players. And I remember going ahead and pulling a 91 out of a chance one that had, I think it was 50 tokens. I think the biggest ones were like 100 tokens. One of them had like less than 50, I think. But the chances were less. I think the more tokens you put in, the higher chances you had. I also remember pulling a 91. I think it was the tight end. I forgot who it was though. But I remember pulling that when the 91s did drop the diamonds. And I pulled it out of the 80 plus limited time discount set. And they cost at the time 25 head-to-head tokens. And it was the most craziest feeling ever when you actually pulled that of an 80 plus. And to be fair, I don't think knew the chances because it was a set at that time. But yeah, that was the most craziest thing. That was like the discount sets. They were the most insane ones, but also you had to get pretty much lucky. I think I've pulled the diamonds out of those or even gotten the card pretty much maybe like every other drop, which was very lucky on my point. And honestly, I don't think it was that much of a low percent chance, unless I was that lucky back then. I remember getting a lot of good pulls back in the day and all that stuff. Nowadays, the chances of pulling players is very low and it's terrible. And yeah, but they also had a guaranteed power set and also a random player from the series. So you would get like a select pack if you had a lot more head-to-head tokens, and then you get a random one, which I guess was maybe a little bit less, but also a lot of tokens because it actually gave you the 91, but it was random. So maybe you got a player you didn't want or something like that. But yeah, some of the sets also had like that actual series on it. So if it was like Series 5, I would say Series 5. And I think if it wasn't from the series, it would just be a regular one, which I guess had all the other drops and stuff, which was pretty cool. It was something nice to have. If I can find a screenshot of it, I will put it up on the screen for you guys. It might already be on it as I was explaining it, just because, you know, but if I can't find it, I'm sorry. And, you know, I just explained to you guys. And yeah, it would just be cool to have that whole system back and stuff, to actually play throughout the game with these game modes and stuff, like, you know, the arena and leagues and stuff, maybe another game mode they want to add, and just to go ahead and take these tokens and put them into which now it's called trades. But yeah, it would just be a cool feature, something to have back, so we can actually get rewards from it. I think if people actually see we could get rewards from playing throughout the game that are good, and you can have chances at getting good rewards, I think they'll be like, okay, this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and try it out. Let's play it every 2 weeks, you say? Okay, this is going to be a nice little feature. It would just be a nice thing to have back. It really would. There was different drops. Now, this is another drop. This happened around New Year's. That is crazy, right? Think about that. That is crazy. This is probably from the beginning of the game. I would say in the first month or so. 85s, right? And then later on, around Christmas and New Year's, they have dropped 94s. Like, why can't we have this back? This slow kind of, you know, dropping of players to keep us interested with low overalls and a catch to everything. Like, it was great at that time. Now it's just very weird. Everything's either slow or fast paced, and yeah, there's really no hype to anything, to be fair. And yeah, there was this 85 drop. This is like the clearest picture I found, and this, to be fair, looking at this, if this was a drop, this was like the best drop ever. Tyler Effort, Quentin Nelson, Xavier Howard, Avery Williamson. Honestly, this is a nice drop, to be fair. If it was. This drop, to be fair, it was not that bad. But you do have a fullback in that drop, and Chris Carson, I think at that time was pretty decent. But yeah. Over here, Derek Carr, that's not bad. This was back in it was 2019, 2020, but it is 2020. Like that. It's weird how it gets switched and all that stuff. But yeah, they got the 94s on the bottom. Yeah, I remember the 91s that came out. I did pull 91. It was pretty nice at the time. The hype of pulling, because of the set that you got, that it said you only have a chance to pull them, and I bet it was a low percent of a chance at that time, and just pulling that card and actually getting it was insane. Then you go ahead and put that card on your team, and you are the one who just got that limited time card. And that's the thing. These are limited time cards that drop every 2 weeks. If you play the game, you have chances to get them, and or you can complete them yourself, but you would have to play the game like crazy, be a sweat, and go ahead and get, you know, EA's not handing these players over to you. You have to work for it. Definitely have to work for it. But yeah, I really miss this. Looking back at a lot of Madden Mobile seasons, like, just gets me thinking about some stuff. I really try to stay away from things that happened back then, because I know that EA now does not like to reach to the past, and they like to, you know, go in with the new stuff. But this is just something that would be very creative. Right now, if you guys don't know, Arena and leagues just hand out weights, and weights, you know, they put in for packs and stuff, and or iconic players, which are in the exchange section of the store. And you can go ahead and boost your team, but you need coins as well with that. I think if Arena and League gave you weights and coins, because that would only make sense, and maybe players, you know, like an uncommon plus for your ranking. Like, it depends on your rank too. Uncommon plus for your ranking, rare plus for your ranking, epic plus, iconic plus. People would play more if you actually gave them better rewards. I don't think EA really noticed that, you know. They definitely noticed that. They definitely do. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, the weights get traded in for players if you're at a certain tier. I know that, obviously. But to be fair, I just feel like it should be a different way. And this was like one of the best ways ever, just to put you actually playing the game and grinding your arena and playing throughout leagues and grinding throughout overdrive, and then taking it into the sets, and then with the tokens you had, going ahead and open these packs to have a chance to pull a player or complete a player was one of the most fantastic things ever. It really was. Let me know what you guys think down below. Definitely comment your opinion on this. If you have played Madden Mobile 20 back then and remember this, definitely let me know if this should be a thing that comes back into the game, or maybe that EA should just add better rewards and they can just do it a different way, obviously. But this would be a cool feature to have back into the game, something to keep us hyped every 2 weeks and stuff. Just to have a similarity. They don't need to copy it for piece by piece. Knowing EA, they will do that, but as I said, they're just weird in a way. They just don't like to go back to old stuff. But who knows? Who knows? I did go ahead and put this throughout the Discord and stuff. Hopefully they see it. Put it in the suggestion box. So yeah, if you guys do like stuff like this and you want this back, go ahead and suggest it throughout the Discord server and stuff. If you're in it, there's a suggestion box section. Just you can put it there. You can actually talk freely throughout that chat, which is crazy, I know. They might see it, they might not, and if they do, there's a chance they will go ahead and take it and go, okay, we could add it back. A lot of people like this, and it could be a possibility. Or they can see it and go, okay, they want this back, let's just add better rewards the way we want to add them. So EA is gonna do what EA wants to do. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Drop a like on it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.